guys, it's Renata and I'm back with the 7 signs of an unhealthy gut. One of the questions I was getting a lot was how do you know if your gut is unhealthy? And so that's why I wanted to share with you 7 signs that your gut might need a little extra TLC. So here goes. Sign number 1 is any kind of digestive issues like stomach upset, constipation, diarrhea, loads of gas and bloating that is unusual or recurring or happens to be sticking around for a long time. Any of these digestive upsets are a big indicator, and one of the indicators that I saw during the beginning of starting my medication that showed me, yes, I am having a really hard time with my digestive health right now, and obviously that's why I then started with my intuitive gut healing journey. Sign number 2 is any unintentional weight gain or weight loss. And honestly, the weight gain piece is something that people come to me so much for as a nutrition coach because they can't understand why their weight is increasing. Sometimes when our guts are unhealthy, it actually impairs our gut's ability to really absorb all of the nutrients from our food. And as a result, we can't get healthier because ultimately everything is just passing through us as opposed to being absorbed by the body. In addition, if our gut is unhealthy or we are seeing ourselves gain some additional weight, it can be caused by something called insulin resistance, which is something that I've seen a lot of people have recently. Also, if your gut is unhealthy, you might not be able to do things like regulate your blood sugar levels very well, and you might start to increase the amount of fat that you store. So our gut health has a huge impact on everything going on in all of our bodily functions. Do you ever eat something and then feel a little bit off after you've eaten it? Maybe you get exceptionally gassy or a little bit more bloated or just have any kind of uncomfortable feeling in your digestive tract? Well, that is sign number 3, and that is food intolerances. There is a common belief that food intolerances could be due to a lack of good bacteria in the belly, as well as the fact that if you do have a food intolerance, eating that particular food could be damaging the amount of good bacteria that exists in the belly. And obviously that is going to cause an imbalance in your gut microbiome. So any kind of food intolerances can have a negative effect on your gut and is obviously another sign that we need to help our bodies by improving our gut health. Now, sign number 4 is a really big one because it is something that I'm sure we've all heard can have a negative effect on our health, and that is eating a high refined sugar diet. So when we have a lot of sugar, we now know that it causes a huge amount of inflammation in the body, which can then lead to lots of different chronic conditions, and as well as leading to an increased amount of fat storage. When we eat a lot of sugar in our diets daily, what actually happens is it causes our gut bacteria to get completely imbalanced. It causes the good bacteria to die off and allows for the bad bacteria to continue to increase and grow. So another huge culprit to an imbalance in our gut microbiome, and that's something that could be a great indicator, something to look at to see if you have an unhealthy gut, but also it gives you a good indication of what you can do about it, and that is simply to start reducing the amount of refined sugars that you're eating every single day. Did you know that the feel-good hormone serotonin is actually produced in its majority in our gut? So if we're not having great gut health, what actually happens is serotonin production reduces, and it can affect things like sleep and our energy levels. So if you're finding it really challenging to sleep deeply or to sleep for a good duration of time, or you're finding that your mood is really waning, you're finding yourself very either irritable or having a lot of mood swings, your gut health can actually have a huge impact on that because of the hormone serotonin. Sign number 6. This is one that I think people don't actually realize, and that is skin irritation can actually be a sign of poor gut health. They actually have come to find out that some forms of eczema may be related to an unhealthy gut, and that is because inflammation in the gut due to something like a poor diet can actually cause leaking of certain proteins out of the body, which then causes skin irritation. So eczema or any kind of skin irritation can be another sign to look for in terms of your gut health. Last but not at all least is sign number 7, and that is autoimmune conditions. Now, autoimmune conditions are something that I'm seeing in more and more people recently, which is a little bit concerning because now we know the impact of our gut health on our immunity. And unfortunately, when we have poor gut health, what happens is it potentially can cause more inflammation in the body, systemic inflammation in the body, which then causes almost like a malfunctioning of the immune system. And that's why it's called an autoimmune condition, because instead of attacking the virus, bacteria, or fungi, or whatever was causing the inflammation, the body starts attacking itself. So autoimmune conditions is a big sign of potentially an unhealthy gut, and is definitely something that can be corrected when we start talking about how we can improve our gut health. And that is what I'm going to be talking about in the next video. So first and foremost, did any of those signs really resonate with you? What do you recognize about your own gut health? And what would you like to hear more of during my intuitive gut healing journey? As I mentioned, in the next video, it's going to be all about what we can do on a daily basis to help improve our gut health. And I think that one is going to be so good. Plus, I'm going to have an update on my gut healing journey and the impact that I've already seen in just 1 week. So stay tuned for that, and I will talk to you guys again very soon. Bye guys.